Welcome to the Alumni Lounge. On today's episode, I've got Tyler Nelson, a creative director at Optimus, and Parker Warf, a senior network administrator.
So I've always had a passion for, computers, software, like networking. That was quite the experience to work for the Cubs. I did get the opportunity to work at Optimus after that, switch careers back to IT to see that other side of it and the technologies behind it. I had to kind of rebuild myself after going from the Cubs to shooting commercials to back to IT.
So, Tyler and Parker.
Let's cut the shit. Enough chit chat.
So, how's it going?
I'd say it's going all right.
Yeah. So
really good. Yeah. I would say really good.
Parker, how did you first join LTTV? How did you hear about it?
Through this guy. So what was it? Was it freshman year?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was freshman year, and Tyler wanted to take a look at the brand new production truck at the time, and we went over. We took a look at it. I think it was at South Campus.
Freshman Experience Day or whatever, wasn't it?
Was it? No, it was maybe. Yeah. It was parked outside, and they were inviting people to come in and take a look at the brand new production truck. It was a whole bunch of cool technology I hadn't seen before, and it looked fun to play with. So,
what were some of your first productions that you got to work on? Like,
oh gosh, I mean, it's just like you get thrown into the fire once you join. So it's at the time they covered pretty much every sporting event. So it was anything from whatever sport, whatever season we were on. So basketball, swimming.
Yeah, started with football.
Football, yeah.
I think
football.
We were gripping, both of us gripped.
Yeah. We started as grips basically, and then kind of elevated to, more positions as we.
Did you have any favorite positions, crew positions, or anything that really had a passion for?
Oh, really? I mean, I was really focused. I really like the technology, maybe not necessarily the use of it. Mm-hmm. What I mean by that is learning as much as I could about the cameras themselves, about how the communications with the headsets work, or like how the actual video switcher functioned. And at the time, am I allowed to say Mike May?
Yeah.
You said it now, so damage is done.
At the time, there was
we're live
Mike
too.
May was employed at the studio, and he's the one that basically built the whole thing. And so I sort of just hung around with him and learned as much as I could from him. So that's where my focus was more in the
engineering, right?
The engineering, yeah, exactly, of it, yeah.
Did you ever direct?
I
can't remember.
No, I definitely got my hands on the switcher at one point or another. Primarily Rockathon, when everyone was having a try.
Yeah. But did you ever jump into like a basketball, football game?
Yeah, I have when somebody
got sick.
Had to go to the bathroom or something like that. Yeah, just jumped in. But that was obviously towards the end of my time in high school when I was very comfortable with it. Mm-hmm. So
honestly, because I don't think I could do that now.
Yeah, you could.
Direct?
I used to do it a lot then, and I had fun. I feel like I would have a heart attack if I did it right now. If you threw me, are you kidding me?
I looked up to you as a director.
Really? Oh, that's nice of you. I had a lot of fun doing it, but oh my God, now I think that would be. It was a ton of. It's a ton of work. 8 cameras or whatever it was, and just a lot of moving pieces.
A couple glasses of whiskey would be fine.
Come on.
It was embarrassing. In room E108, there was a CRT monitor that was the size of most American-made minivans. It was the largest CRT screen. I don't know, and it was. I think it was on a really heavy-duty cart with big, huge rubber tires. But then at one point, we moved it onto like a small, like standard overhead projector cart. Is what it was.
Oh, is that what happened?
And we were pushing it out into the courtyard. And we were trying to look really cool for all the new freshmen coming in. We had like this whole setup and music and everything. Doris was there, remember, playing music, and it was like, and it just, I forgot what happened exactly. I think the cart hit
You were trying to get it through the door, right?
Yeah, it started tipping. And I think there were 4 of us trying to hold the TV. Was probably, hundreds of pounds. It was hundreds of pounds.
It was a CRT, yeah.
Huge, really a heavy thing. And
Like it looked probably like this monitor, but like
It was
thick.
big.
it was, yeah, exactly. But it went way back.
Yeah.
And people were trying to hold it up, and then I thought, well, I'll die if it crushes me. So I ran, which I think everyone should have ran. But Bill really wanted to try to save this TV, and I remember he was like, "Tyler, no, run, don't, And then it fell, and it crushed his foot so hard. I think he broke his foot.
Oh, yeah.
He was wearing a boot for a while.
It like shattered his foot,
Yeah.
and he was screaming. And I remember, which I feel like it was really funny. I could say it now in years, 20 years ago. But you run around when you're in pain. But for some reason, instead of running around the courtyard, he kind of wedged himself between the bushes and the brick wall and scaled the brick wall. And I was howling, laughing, and it was really hot. It was like a hot summer day. Oh, I felt really bad. And then the nurse had to come, and they wheeled him out in a wheelchair in front of all of the students.
Oh, my God.
You weren't there for that?
I don't think I was.
Oh, I felt really... Now, saying it, I feel... Sorry, Bill. It was funny.
Parker, where did you go to college?
I went to 2 colleges.
Okay.
Out of high school, I went to Lewis University, and they had sort of a small program to do electrical engineering, and I sort of just went into it blind a bit. Like I love the engineering side of the TV and the stuff I learned about the waveforms and the vector scope.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while since I used those. And it just was really, really, I loved knowing how it worked. And I felt electrical engineering would provide that for me. And then I got there, and I found out real quick how much math is involved with it. Calculus was not for me. So I ended up, after my sophomore year at Lewis, I ended up kind of just dropping out of that program they had, and I switched over to DePaul for network technologies. So I sort of shifted my career focus back to IT.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always had a passion for computers, software, like networking, growing up, and I had a group of friends. We do LAN parties and all that, and I sort of was always the guy to fix their computers and get everyone in the same game.
Mm-hmm.
So it just sort of came natural for me, and it was fun. So I went to DePaul, graduated from there.
And then where'd that lead you to what you do now?
So I had a part-time job working for the Chicago Cubs, actually.
Yeah.
I think it was during my last year in college, or I think it was. It was kind of an internship, kind of not, but part-time working as basically a help desk technician for the Cubs. That was quite the experience to work for the Cubs.
Mm-hmm.
I am not a sports fan. But I just still enjoyed the atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the year that I was there was the first year. Who was the owner of the team?
Ricketts?
Yeah. I think it was the first year he was there or something like that. So seeing those guys in person, and there's also there's a right-hand man of Ricketts that works there too. I forget their name. Sorry, I just not
Sammy Sosa, I think.
Yeah, he was there. Really young guy. Yeah. Anyways,
It's not Sammy Sosa, but
yeah. But anyways, I started working in IT there, and I learned quite a bit, even as a part-time job. But then I got an offer.
And what was your favorite part of working at the Cubs is after work, you would come meet me because I didn't live too far from Wrigley, and we would go to Fernando's and get Mexican food all the time on Lincoln. Remember that?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
I did get the opportunity to work at Optimus after that.
Mm-hmm.
I worked at One, which is their production team. So Tyler sort of threw my name in the hat when what was her name?
Well, you did an internship at Optimus first.
Yeah. So, right.
And in the engineering department, impressed everybody a lot.
Correct. Yeah, that's the true line of events. I did the internship at Optimus. That ended. Worked at the Cubs doing the IT stuff for my. I think I actually used it as my because for one of the college courses you got to do an internship. I think I used it for that, even though it was a paid job, and which was nice. But I forgot her name. Haley? No.
Where at one?
An Optimus who left. Anyways, it doesn't matter for the story.
Lisa? Are you talking
No,
about
no,
Lisa?
the person's position that I filled.
Oh, I can't remember
Yeah,
if it was Lauren or who it was.
No, it wasn't a Lauren.
Sarah?
No, it wasn't Sarah.
Avery.
Anyways, it doesn't. No, before that.
Oh, I don't know.
Doesn't matter. Anyways, they had a position at one for a production assistant. What was that? Was that my title? No, technical coordinator was my title. And basically, it was the tech on-site tech person for all of their production team. So I was in charge of maintaining the equipment, the inventories, the stage. They had a big psych up. They still have it. Sorry, a big psych up there, and maintaining inventory of props. And I was also in charge of for non-union shoots. I would do the transcoding for all of the footage for the dailies. So I would so it was my job on set to ingest all the raw footage from the camera drives and onto a drive, or multiple drives, and then I would run it through. I think I started with, I forgot the program I started with, but we ended up using Resolve, I think, to transcode everything. Is that right? Like Magic Resolve? God, it was so long. It was so long ago.
DaVinci Resolve.
DaVinci Resolve.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we do that. But that was basically my job there, and I worked there for 5 years, I think. 5 years? I can't remember. Do you remember?
I don't remember when you started.
Yeah, I don't either. Anyway,
Yeah, 5 years or so.
it was fun. So it was awesome to see real-world commercials being shot. It wasn't quite like broadcast television where sort of the LTTV experience is at on a day-to-day basis with the truck. But to see that other side of it and the technologies behind it, and what really goes into making that unskippable 15, 20, 30-second commercial that you on streaming media. A lot goes into it, and it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of really cool people that work in that industry. But at the end of the day, it wasn't for me. I kind of got over it. Not got over it. That's the wrong phrase to say.
Got sick of it, I think is what you meant to say.
It just, it was fun until I learned everything to do my job, and then I sort of just hit a glass wall at the company. There wasn't really any other position for me at the time. So I just felt I was stuck. So I ended up leaving there, and I switched careers back to IT. So I got a job in the suburbs. I started out as a desktop support technician. So I had to kind of rebuild myself after going from the Cubs to shooting commercials to back to IT. So and I've been at my current company for 7 years now, actually.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah. April 2nd was my 7-year anniversary.
Hey, happy anniversary.
I've progressed pretty good at that company. You know, when you're sitting in a classroom and
I don't know.
and your best friend's in the classroom, or one of your friends in the classroom, it makes a stupid face.
Or if you're at church, don't laugh.
Yeah, somewhere you're not supposed to talk,
Yeah.
and someone makes a dumb noise or a dumb face, and it's harder not to laugh than it would be just to laugh. Yeah. Well, me and Tyler did that in here during an inside corner.
Well, it was really quiet. It was a pause in between a question. And I said something, I don't know, probably hilarious.
Oh, right,
I'm sure.
Well, right, because we're all on the intercom, so we're just having our sidebar conversation in whispers.
Yeah, and then Parker let out a smothered, extremely loud, not even a laugh. I don't what heard by the whole studio.
And Sullivan definitely shot me a look on that one.
But that was fun. Yeah, it was shot in the studio. Then we went to now serving. There's another restaurant too.
Another Oh,
on like LaGrange Road or something.
No, that was in.
I remember seeing only because I transferred them.
Western Springs.
But it was it was called Distinctive Elegance.
Yeah,
or
that's
something?
it. No, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I transferred like hundreds of Inside Corner tapes, and like there was one that I was like, oh, I don't even know what this restaurant is.
Yeah, Distinctive Elegance. It was over in Western Springs,
Where was
right
it?
off the tracks.
Wow. Oh my God. Yeah, you're right. We didn't go there a lot though.
No, that was still with Perilli though. So I remember getting in an argument. I stormed off on him.
Why?
I don't remember.
This is the real meat of it.
I just remember being in an argument. And
It wasn't about the bubble
leaving.
machine or whatever.
The what?
No, that was Rockathon.
Bubble machine.
Yeah, I can tell you off. I'll tell you off camera. There was another fight, but I think you were mad at me. Actually. What was the fight about? Do you
I don't
remember?
know. I just remember being mad.
Hey, tensions ran high.
No, there's a couple places.
You are unstoppable.
There's a
Was
couple
it-
places that we did the Inside Corner. Like we did a couple at the Max. Remember that?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
We should
Yeah.
go there for lunch.
Yeah.
The Stadium Club.
The Max?
You know.
Yeah, the
Sports-
the giant field house.
Yeah, it's like the size of Texas.
Yeah. Oh, right. They redid their bar thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good too.
Yeah,
It really
I
is.
haven't been there.
I'd go there.
Yeah. We got time, right?
Yeah, I have to. 3 o'clock is my hard. I have a hard out.
So we should probably hard out.
Hour and a half. Cut.
Thanks so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, consider liking and subscribing to the Alumni Lounge, where stories collide and memories reside.